Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Pastor Ezekiel. I want to take this time to welcome all of our viewers around the world, wherever you're watching from. Thank you for joining us today. It's a great joy to be here. And I want to thank the convener of this program, the Red Conference organization. It's such a great joy to know that you've put together this program to educate people, to inform people. And I think we live in an age of information. There's no better time to have seen this kind of conference than now, especially during COVID. So I want to take this time to appreciate what you're doing, and I'm hoping the next few years from now, this is going to be a big conference where people come from all over the world to be part of the whole learning process. But again, thank you, Mr. Sam, and I want to give a shout out to all the keynote speakers here, Mr. Gbenga Ayodada, a renowned jeweler, Mrs. Blessing Abeng, a branding and communication expert, Mr. Kaude Oshinobi, an educator, uh, Maya Bello, YouTube instructor, and Oluwatobi Ogundele, fashion expert. And I think this is a long line of qualified people who are doing well in their field. And to have all of us come together this weekend to share ideas, I think it's very crucial for the next phase of our life of this generation. But again, thank you very much for the invite. Again, I'm Pastor Ezekiel. I'm the senior pastor of Total Church here in Baltimore County, Maryland. And I've been in pastoral ministry for the last 7 years. I have a background in finance and accounting, divinity and theology, and education. So I come from a broad background, but I'm hoping that some of the information you're going to learn today will be a benefit and will help you propel into the next level. First of all, let me touch on the fact that this program is tied to the seed of greatness. I like it. The seed of greatness is to understand that greatness lies within everyone in this world. Whether you're watching me right now, there's a seed that can grow within you, and with that seed, things can become great. When you look at the cornfield, when people go to the cornfield and it's so massive, you would be surprised that what became the massive cornfield is just a tiny seed that was planted in the soil. And when it went into the soil, if the foundation is set right, then it becomes really massive. It becomes really big. And in the next few months from now, you can have a massive harvest. So, seed of greatness is a very good topic. But I want to focus on the right foundation, which is the main topic I'm speaking on tonight. Right foundation. It's very, very crucial for anyone, a man, woman, young, old. If you're going to go into business, you have an idea, you have a career, it's important to have a fundamental uh, uh, information, to have a basic understanding, to have the right foundation to move your career or your idea into the next level. So, but let me say this, that most people who set out to do business or they venture into some kind of company, I think one of the challenge we all face, and I include myself, is I don't think we envision the magnitude of what the business could potentially become or what the idea could potentially become. Maybe Facebook, when Facebook first started, I don't think Mark Zuckerberg envisioned this could be a global thing. I think they started right, and the fact of the matter is now it's an essential tool in today's world. The same thing with Twitter, the same with all this massive company, Elon Musk. So the first thing when you lay a foundation is to envision um, where you're going in the next few years, where you want to be in the next few years. And this is what Gordon said. Let me show you a quote from Gordon. And Gordon Hinckley said, "You can't build a great building on a weak foundation. You must have a solid foundation if you're going to have a strong superstructure. And now, if you want to have a massive structure, you want your idea to be great, it is important to set the foundation right." So, my first point today is if you're looking to build something in your life, whether it be a business, whether it be an idea, I think the first thing is to test the soil to make sure that the ground is well nourished to germinate your crop, your idea, your business. to be in the right place. So the first thing would be that you need network. Network would open possibility of men and women who can help you propel the whole foundational challenges you have. You know, when you have network of those who can lay the right foundation with you, it makes the journey easy. It's like wanting to build a house or you wanting to construct a massive building. You're gonna need the concrete guy. You're gonna need the carpenter guy. You're gonna need the architectural design guy, and you're gonna need all of these people who can put together the idea you've conceived. So anytime you conceive an idea, you need people around you. You need men and women networking to help you with the whole process. So that makes the job easy once you have the right people around you. But you cannot do it alone. We used to say this when I was growing up in Nigeria, that one tree cannot make a forest. The reason why we call it forest is because it is a combination of a bunch of trees, you know. So we call it forest. So before you can go far and make your business thrive, you need people, like-minded people, people who can support you, people who can give you an idea or understanding of what the next step is. So build your network, attend conferences, read a lot of books, find places where you can harness all the potential you can use to lay a good foundation. Okay, so network is essential. My next point is understand your terrain. And I'm going to say that again, understand your terrain. While you're building the right foundation, if you don't have the right ground, the right soil, you will struggle for many years. I mean, I was part of a project at some point, and we were going to build a house, the same material, the same design, but different locations. Okay, so we had spent, say, like $1 million on one, and the other one cost about $1.45 million. And the reason why the other one cost more is because the soil, by the time they tested the soil, there was so many tiny rocks in the soil. So they have to clean the soil, clear the soil, make it, conducive for any building to sit on that soil. So we had spent more money because the foundation, the ground was not that great compared to the first building. They were the same building, the same design, but the fact is we spend more on this one and we spend less on this one, and the difference is the soil. So understand your terrain. If you want to go into fishing business, for example, you want to have, cargo, fishing business, don't go set up your office 50 miles from the Atlantic Ocean. You have to be able to find a place close to where you want to build your business. If you're trying to learn about stocks, you can learn about stocks online, but it'll be nice to take a trip to New York or live in New York City where you can learn about the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, you can learn pretty much everything online now, but if you want to harness the big potential in that industry, you have to move close to places, to people, the territories that will help you push your idea and your agenda forward. So understand your terrain, understand the soil, make sure the ground you're operating from is not limiting your possibilities. And the fact of the matter is, the ground where you set up your business, where you lay foundation, will determine how far you're gonna go. If you're on the right ground. I don't know if you heard about the Chinese bamboo tree. That when you plant the tree, if the soil is good, it doesn't show up in the first or second or third year. I think it shows up the fourth year, and it takes forever to grow. But after the third year, the bamboo tree becomes so tall that it gets really taller than the rest of the trees that they started growing 2-3 years ago. So, but if you lay the right foundation and you're able to find the right soil, the right ground, then you're setting yourself up for greatness. You're setting up yourself for something that can transform the world. So make sure you have the right network, understand your terrain. And my third point today is that use the right tools when you set up your business, when you set up your foundation. Use the right materials. You'd be surprised for those who are in the construction business. There is almost replica of the original of every raw materials that you find in the market. They will recommend you use this one, the best quality, but there's another version which is much cheaper but not a strong quality. And every construction company knows that if you really want to do this well, you have to use the best raw material to lay the foundation of your business, of your property. So the fact is, if you're going to go far in business, uh, spend the right time, spend the right resources on getting the best raw materials that can help you build your business. I've had people who wanted to start a restaurant business, and one had a different demographic in mind. The other one had a different demographic in mind because it was much cheaper on the other side, and the business didn't grow after 2, 3, 4 years. But the other one who went to much of a high-end neighborhood, I mean, they spend money in the construction, the setup, the initial cost, and they are thriving and it's still in business even after 10 years as we speak. But and I know sometimes it's really hard for some of us to get all the right funding when we begin, but it's important that we do the right thing in order for us to remain in business and be relevant for a very long time. My next point is, as you build your foundation, uh, make sure you stay focused. This is probably the most important part of the whole foundation. When you're laying foundations, things can get messy. Things will get messy, as a matter of fact. If you go to a construction site, and when you see the architectural design of the building, it looks nice. If you see the 3D image, it looks really nice. But the foundational part of it, when the construction begins, it doesn't look right. You see concrete here, you see sand, dust everywhere. It looks really muddy and really dirty. It's just part of the process. And you may want to get discouraged because it doesn't look right in the beginning. It's okay. It's part of the whole process. So for you to be able to realize the potential in your foundation, you have to stay focused to that whole process of laying the foundation. And you're gonna see rocks, you're gonna see sand, you see dirt, you see mud. It's part of the whole process. Stay focused on it, and you become successful. And another point I'm gonna give you is, when you're laying a foundation, um, make sure that you have the right virtue, the right attitude, the right personality. It's very crucial. And this is what Zig Ziglar said about having the right virtues in you. This is what he said. So the foundation stones for a balanced success are honesty, character, integrity, faith, love, and loyalty. I'll say it again. The foundation stones for a balanced success are honesty, character, integrity, faith, love, and loyalty. And let me say this to you from a pastoral standpoint. Whatever you're going to do in life, it's important that you come straight, be clean, be direct, be open, treat people with respect, be punctual, have a sense of integrity, respect those who are working for you, have a sense of character, a good character, a proven character. All of these things can help you even get a better opportunity with those who are going to help you along the journey. If you treat people like trash, you may not be able to keep them for a long time to help you build the foundation. If you don't have the right character, or you're not honest, you don't have integrity, it limits the chances of you having the right people working with you. So as I conclude this whole session right now, I want us to be able to look at what we're doing and what we plan to do and see how we can come in. When you have an idea, when you have a business idea, what's the first thing to do when you lay foundation? Network. When you network with the right people, it makes the journey easy. Number two is, once you do your network, you also do want to understand your terrain. Once you understand your terrain, you know what soil, what ground you're dealing with before you go build anything on it. And number three is um, you stay focused during the process of you doing what you have to do. Stay focused. Use the right materials, and when you do that, you become a successful person in life. So, but I want to encourage you to stay positive, and I look forward to see you sometimes when you are doing well in your craft. Stay blessed. Thank you.